Welcome back to another episode of Knockout Book Reviews with Kemi Oba. Firstly, I want to say, please excuse this chair that I'm sitting in, you guys. It is like Creek City. This shit is creak every single time I move, even an inch. So please bear with me in this video because I really don't feel like getting another chair or changing the setup that I have right now because the sun's hitting and I'm recording this in the morning and it's just stressful. But anyways, we're gonna hop right into it. So I'm gonna pretty much be doing like a August wrap up of these books that I've read. I've never done this before, so you guys have to please bear with me as I put it this way, as I go through these books, and I'm gonna be looking to the side to remember the other books that I don't have in like have hard copies of, or physical copies of. So yeah, we're gonna just hop right into it. We're gonna do the reviews a little bit different than I usually do. I don't want this video to be like extremely long, so I'm not gonna sit here and like do my breakdown that I do of the books and stuff like that, because there's just no time and I just can't. But yeah, I'm gonna give like a little bit of my thoughts and like opinions on them and like my ratings and stuff like that. Dang, I wish I had my I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't even look at the. Dang, I wanted to like go to Goodreads so I could see my freaking ratings for these books, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. Anyway, so the first book is Monday's Not Coming. So pretty much Monday's Not Coming is about a girl whose friend disappears pretty much. I've read it. It's been such a long time that I don't remember what the main character's name is. I know her friend's name was Monday in the title, but okay, Claudia. So yes, Claudia, her friend Monday ends up disappearing when she comes back from her first day of school from the summer, from visiting her grandparents, I believe, and she comes to school and her friend's not there, and like and mind you, they had not talked at all like over the summer, which she thought was weird, and like she was pretty much gonna like confront her friend and be like, why don't you hit me up, girl, like da 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 da, you know how friends be and stuff like that. But when she gets to school, she notices that her friend's not there, and so it's like she tells her mom, her friend's not there, and her mom's like, oh, she'll like this. I don't think you should think anything of it. Like, I'm pretty sure she's good. Like, I'm pretty sure she's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure she'll come around. She might not even go to school anymore or whatever. So Monday like kind of calms down and like she tries to listen to what her mom says and stuff like that. But like as days goes on and her mom and Monday still doesn't appear, she's like, no, like something really happens. So something really happened. So pretty much in this book you kind of follow Claudia and like her journey of pretty much trying to figure out what happened to her friend. So I gave this book I believe a 5 out of 5 stars. This book was literally phenomenal. When I first started reading it, like the physical copy, but I actually decided to listen to the rest of it on audiobook, and I'm really glad I did. The voice like actor or actress for the characters in here like did a phenomenal job. She did amazing. She like when I tell you guys, I bawled my eyes out. Like I bawled my eyes out reading this book. It was so freaking heartbreaking, and it really discusses the topic of like Black girls and us going missing, or girls in general going missing, and especially Black girls though, and no one really caring, you know what I mean, and no one really batting an eye or thinking that it's abnormal that we're not there, or we've disappeared. And it's just heartbreaking to see Monday just go through a lot of thought processes and like trying to figure out if like she did something, or like her friend's upset at her. You see her emotionally go through like a roller coaster of like kind of upset at Monday for like leaving her and not being with her, and then she's like, where's my friend, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really sad, and it's a lot for a child to really go through. And just the twist, there's also a twist in here Kind of when you're reading the chapters and you see the chapter titles, it really doesn't make sense. It's hard to follow. But in like the end of the book, you kind of everything gets kind of flipped on its head, and you're revealed why the book was kind of written and the chapters were written the way they were, and it's literally mind blowing. But yeah, you guys, out of all the books in this, like out of all the books I talk about today, like this book, you have to pick it up. Like, I implore you to pick this up. Like, you will not regret it. Tiffany D. Jackson did an amazing job. It was outstanding. So the next book I'm going to talk about is Noughts and Crosses, and this is the first book in 5 books. Okay, so Noughts and Crosses is pretty much about our main characters, Steffi and Callum, and they've been friends for a while. They've been friends since childhood, and pretty much their world is pretty much it's like our world where things are reversed, where Africa pretty much colonizes Europe, and so Black people are pretty much the majority in the world, and they are oppressing the white people in this world. And the I forgot, is the knots the the crosses are the Black people, and knots are the white people. So pretty much, yeah, so Steffi and Callum have been friends forever pretty much, and you know, they're full of like racism and things like that, and they're meant to be enemies, but they're like best friends, and they pretty much end up falling in love and stuff like that. So you pretty much follow them and their story in this book, and pretty much what happens to Callum and his family, and the tragedy that happens in his family. And this is pretty much like the good kickstart to the rest of the books and stuff like that. I rated this book 3 stars, I believe. And I feel like that's pretty decent for a first book. I feel like this book, it was good. It was definitely good. It definitely was a page turner. I kept, wanting to read it. But I felt like I didn't really get much out of it. I felt like it was just a bit lackluster for me, kind of missed for me. But then again, like I said, this is the first book. I actually have purchased the second book, and it actually seems like it's going to be a lot more wild and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like, as far as the topic though, it was definitely interesting. It was definitely interesting seeing things like reversed. I won't lie, at times I felt almost laughable, because I was just like, this not happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this could never happen, because, we live in the reality where we live in now. And no, we're not like exactly our world is not exactly how things are in this book, but, it once was at a time. But, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to come on here and do a little voiceover to say that I know I made it seem like this book was not that good, but it really, really was. I just couldn't think of like the stuff I liked and disliked off the top of my head, but you definitely should pick it up.